We are live from Arctic Ice Arena for the High School Rivalry Series presented by the Chicago Blackhawks, a J&M Media production right here on YouTube Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into tonight's broadcast for this historic rivalry in a huge matchup here in the CCHL to kick off the Rivalry Series here in 2022. Alongside Wes Anderson, he'll be down on ice level. Andrew Rubin to my right. I am Max Anderson. And between the three of us, we'll have all of your live game action for you here from Orland Park. Andrew, we look at a game like this, Providence, Benet, a rivalry, a historic rivalry in a packed barn. Should be an awesome game here tonight.
Yeah, this is a rivalry that needs no introductions. Multiple Kennedy Cup titles, battle between these teams, numerous battles in the state playoffs as well. Providence and Benet, both these schools do not like each other, especially on the ice. Should be a great one here tonight.
Certainly a lot of competition down on the ice. A pretty veteran Providence team, a much younger Benet team. We'll get into that a little bit more here as we move along, Andrew, but we've talked about both teams really entering this game with a lot of hype here for this matchup. Friday night, the building's going to be buzzing. It's going to be really interesting to watch the first couple of shifts, how these two teams settle into the game.
Yes, and Benet, being a younger team, you want to see how they can calm their nerves as well. But same thing for Providence. Even though they are a veteran team, this environment you cannot replicate very much.
So with that, we're going to send it down to ice level where Wes Anderson is standing by with Benet head coach John Grisbeck. Wes, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Coach, Anthony Pacheco is averaging 2 points per game in the CCHL. What do you like about his game so far?
I think we started coaching to what Anthony Pacheco does well, which you'll see it tonight. We're going to try to stretch them out. And we brought that kind of in our game. That's generally not a Benet style, but something we've changed up with this group of kids as well as Anthony.
We just talked. You guys are starting 9 sophomores in tonight's lineup.
Yeah.
How do you expect them to respond in an atmosphere like this?
I love it. It's, you know, you guys do such a great job. It's such a great experience for the kids, and them to have it as a sophomore versus experiencing it as a junior. We'll see. You know, a little inconsistency, but I'm excited for them.
And lastly, the Celtics team was able to put up 3 goals in that tie a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
How are you looking to respond how you were in the first 2 periods there?
We played really well the first 2 periods, but we've had some inconsistencies. But I tell you what, we had a really great week in practice, and that bodes well. I think our team is ready. Maybe this is our about 20th game of the year, so I'm not looking at my sophomores or my seniors. I'm looking at a group of kids that has changed over since, of course, the start of the season.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight. Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Wes, and we previewed it right before you talked to John Grisbeck, but I love the approach that John just took there. Is like, I'm ready for my young sophomores to embrace an atmosphere like this. No better time than the present to get immersed in a great atmosphere.
As a player, hearing that from your coach too, knowing how much he believes in you, really embodying that. It's not so much about what year you are in the Benet program. It's all just about that you're part of the Benet hockey family. That is great for this Benet team and something that will just have them continuing to get better throughout the year.
We talked about the youth in Benet. The one place they're not young is in net. Will Janis, maybe one of the best goaltenders in the entire state. He really is that backbone to this young Benet team.
That's a perfect thing for a young team as well, to have a senior goalie, that calming influence. And he's a leader as well on this team. He has, as you said, the backbone for this Benet team. He is the calming influence that will always be able to help the kids out.
And that buzzer means pregame is over, and we're going to turn it over to our public address announcer, Jay Cabrera.
Hello and welcome to Game 1 of the 2022-2023 Chicago Blackhawks High School Rivalry Series. Tonight's game features a matchup between the Benet Red Wings and the Providence Celtics. Fans, let's give a warm welcome to the visiting Benet Red Wings. And now, ladies and gentlemen, fans, starting for your Benet Red Wings. At defense, 89, Zandis Hoover. At another defense, 62, Ethan Heller. At left wing, 85, Jeremy DeWilkins. A right wing, 94, Cole Rosenthal. At center, number 8, Hudson Shalee. In goal, number 50, William Janis. The Red Wings are coached by John Gersbeck, Andrew Shalee, and Drew Tierney. Now fans, welcome the home team, Providence Celtics. Starting at defense, number 20, Tom Dukas. Also at defense, number 7, Travis Breyer. Starting at left wing, number 14, Carson Burris. Starting at right wing, number 5, Nico Felice. Starting at center, number 10, Vince Felice. And in goal, number 33, Andrew Pevich. The Celtics are coached by Nick Ichancio, John McDonald, Matt Ichancio, Kevin Oliver, and Ryan Ichancio. And now, will the two team captains please report to center ice for tonight's ceremonial puck drop featuring Frank Cavallone. Frank started Providence hockey 30 years ago. With him are the captains of the first ever Providence team. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in a moment of prayer, led by Kevin Oliver.
This evening for the team and their families. We pray in thanksgiving for the care they received from the first responders that evening and for the speedy and full recovery of the players. Dear God, continue to be with the players and families of the St. Ignatius JV hockey team. Continue to heal their injuries and help them to know of your love and presence through this difficult time. May our prayers help us all to remember that you always nurture and sustain us in our lives. We make this prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen. St. Augustine, pray for us.
Thank you, Kevin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that everyone please remain standing. Remove all caps for the singing of our national anthem by Cecilia Sanchi.
welcome back into the broadcast. Pre-game festivities are over. Heard great starting lineups and, of course, a moment of prayer and a moment of thought for the St. Ignatius JV hockey team. Really rocked the entire Chicagoland hockey community, really nationwide. A scary, scary moment, but so far it seems that everyone's going to be able to recover, and that's certainly a great thing, Andrew.
The best possible news out of a situation like that is for everybody to make a healthy recovery, and that's all we can hope for here from anybody. As you mentioned, nationwide, everybody really pulling for the St. Ignatius junior varsity hockey team.
We'll get a chance to see the varsity team tomorrow night as part 2 of this high school rivalry series that will be at Fifth Third Ice Arena. It'll be right here on this CCHL Network YouTube channel. This rivalry series presented by the Chicago Blackhawks, so we'll get a chance to see them. Obviously get back on the ice, and again, if for not just a couple of hours of distraction on the ice, a little bit of entertainment, that's all we're here for. Prayers up to the entire St. Ignatius community. 17 minutes up on the clock. This classic rivalry series, there are people packed to the gills here at the championship rink at Arctic Ice Arena. 3 or 4 deep of students behind each net. It's going to be a fantastic one here. Friday night hockey from Orland Park. Vinny Felice and Hudson Schlee get started at the center ice dot. It's Felice that wins the opening draw, plays it up to Carson Burris, and that one's just going to be fired in deep. Of course, Benet in the white jerseys with the red trim, and these special Celtics jerseys, these black jerseys with green trim and white lettering. Big check in the corner to get us started. Puck bouncing right next to the net of Janis. He just drops his hand on it just 23 seconds into the game.
Max, you brought up before how much you like these Providence jerseys. They really go great with the Providence colorway. Probably one of the best in the entire state of Illinois for jersey-wise.
Yeah, they're sharp-looking jerseys, these black jerseys. Face off, tied up. Nico Felice trying to play it forward. Burris plays it in behind the net. Rosenthal near half wall. It's going to lead the rush for Benet. Again, we talked about it pregame. How will this young team react in a big game early on? Here's an early chance for Felice. He skates wide. He's checked down. Will we get an early cross check? I see no referee arm up, so we'll play on. That'll just be a face-off draw to the left of Janis.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. It looks like Felice just may have lost his footing a little bit there. Yeah, good no call there from the rest, but great speed from Vinny Felice right off the bat. Something to take note of. Coach Achancio for Providence had the last change option. He elects to start his first line, put all the pressure on Benet right away. Huge sign of confidence, not trying to match lines, saying Benet needs to keep up with our pace first.
Hollowick and Harris here going to meet at the face-off dot. No conversation happening with the scoreboard. Not exactly sure what for. They're going to add some time back on. Not the way you ever really want to start a game. Not much flow to it when you have a clock issue in the first minute. So it's going to be 16:10 back up on the main clock. We'll get back underway. It'll be Hollowick and Finn Harris at the face-off draw. Won for a moment by the Celtics, but swiped away. On comes the Benet Red Wings and Pacheco. That puck, good poke check right at the blue line. And that forces an offsides.
Good job by Providence. They're holding their own blue line, not giving it up easy to Benet.
Of course, if Anthony Pacheco sounds like a familiar name to many of you, he was on Marmion last year, transferred in here to Benet this season. And you've heard Coach John Grisbeck talk about him pregame and the impact he's had on the team. Puck gets in deep. Rosenthal plays it D to D. Able to get it to Nico Caulfield. Pacheco waiting for it up the boards. He'll get it. He's got O'Neill along with him. Pacheco carries. Now Bennett's in a change, so Pacheco just tried to buy some time. Back the other way. Quick wrist shot off the stick of Joe Ramos. And for just a moment, Janis thought about playing. Instead, he'll take a whistle.
Good start here for Janis, having some long, clear-sighted shots. Allows him to get settled into a game like this with a lot of fans, big atmosphere. Really important for a goalie to have those first few shots be calming, kind of settle into the game, get your feet wet a little bit for hopefully what's to come.
Face-off draw, won by Benet cleanly. It'll be Hoover behind the net, trying to play it up the near point, kept in by Benny Schwartz. Check in the corner, centering pass, but right to the stick of Daniel Quinlan, and exits the zone. Here come the Red Wings. Leo Christensen skates wide all the way behind the net, looking for an angle. He'll turn, fire, in on net, fought off by Andrew Pavich. And talked a little bit about it, Andrew Rubin, before the game. In net, Andrew Pavich having a sparkling season here in the CCHL.
Yeah, he has started every game for these Providence Celtics. Huge sign of confidence from Coach Achancio. We mentioned the backbone for Benet, Will Janis. Andrew Pavich is also the backbone as well for this Providence Celtics team.
So Benet going to get their first offensive zone draw here. It'll be Schlee that'll do the draw for Benet. Felice opposite him, tied up. Eventually kicked back to the stick of Travis Breyer. Puck careens all the way down ice. Linesman said it was tipped, so no icing. Heller's pinned against the boards. He turns it over. A shot from the near circle off the stick of Felice, deflects. And with 14:40 left in the first, we'll get a face-off draw.
Guys, we see already so many shots on net between Pavich and Janik to my left down here. And all 5 of the top 5 scorers in this league are on the ice tonight, something that is on the mind of all the defenders here.
Yeah, a lot of scoring power between these two teams. Felice with a quick shot, fought off by Janis. Goals off its post, so we get a quick whistle. But Wes, no doubt about it, we haven't talked much about either team's offense thus far, but guys like Nico Felice, Carson Burris, and Vinny Felice, all with big scoring tallies on the Providence side. Meanwhile, Anthony Pacheco paces things for Benet like we talked about pregame. There's a shot from Breyer. He's just going to whip it around the boards. Comes to the other side to Ducups. Heller's going to try to scoop it out behind his own net, but pressuring the entire time is Nico Felice. Now Vinny Felice centering pass. Rosenthal right there to prevent the centering action. Felice comes over, check, forces a turnover, but can't play it on. Ducups just fires the puck down ice. He'll go for a change to Wilkins on the stretch pass. Can't handle it as he entered the zone. Looked like that could have been offsides. Linesman keeps his arm down.
Looks like he raised it for a brief second, but then put it down, decided not to call the offsides.
Get the wave on the play by high stick. Now in transition comes Hansel. Hansel 1-on-2, going to try to make a play happen. Heller steers him wide. Quick shot to the side of Janis. Turned aside. Pinching up is Zadakis for Providence. He tries to go across ice, but that's intercepted by DeWilkins. Now turned over, coming back the other way comes Finn Harris. Harris in the far circle, centering pass. Puck loose to the side of the net. Still loose. Finally, Caulfield's going to catch up to it for the Red Wings. He'll try to lead transition. He misses everybody, and that will go far enough for an icing. No icing. Not quite sure why. Looked like a textbook icing, but we'll play on.
I did not see which one waved it, but have to agree, looked like a spot-on icing call.
Murphy trying to dislodge the puck at center ice. Comes to the stick of Zadakis. He'll just play it forward, but jumps over the stick of Caulfield. Centering pass, shot! Couldn't get much on it. Was Drake Thomas. He had space in the slot, just couldn't get a good shot off. 12:50 left in the first period.
Yeah, I don't think Drake Thomas knew how much time he had there in the slot. He was all alone with William Janis, but Providence generating a ton of offense so far off of the Benet turnovers. As soon as Benet turns the puck over, Benet is transitioning straight to offense, not looking to throw the puck away at all, looking to take the puck immediately to Janis and get shots on him.
Draw to come to the right of Janis. Quinlan's first chance in the face-off draw. He's able to win it and take the puck up ice. Quinlan quickly gets on to Murphy. Murphy's shot easily turned aside by Pavich. Now a fortunate bounce for the Red Wings. Terza can't handle it on the near face-off dot. Heller and Murphy sandwich at the near blue line, and Heller's just going to toss it in deep. 4 fresh bodies coming onto the ice for Benet. Quick pass, but turned over. Here comes Pacheco. Pacheco's shot, big save. Andrew Pavich with the first big save of the game for Providence. Now in transition, a 2-on-1 for Providence. Here's a shot, pad save, and cleared out by Murphy. Back and forth, pace of the game starting to pick up for both teams. O'Neal rink wide to Pacheco. He leaves for Havlich. Now Hollowek in the corner, couldn't handle it. That's cleared all the way down ice. Caulfield has to retrieve for the Red Wings.
Absolute track meet in those last 2 minutes right there. Breakaways for each team, odd man rushes. Real interesting start to this game with a lot of fans here. Seems no nerves from either of the teams.
Now both teams coming out firing here early in the first period. Caulfield whips it up into center ice. Knocked down by Ducups. He'll dump it down the other way. Rosenthal plays to Caulfield. Burris along the far half wall trying to pin the puck in. Good stick lift from Nico Felice. Here's a shot from Duke Cups. Left pad save from Janis. Now a sharp angle, never got through. Centering pass, puck still loose. Now here's Felice. His shot blocked away by Janis. Breyer wants at the point. He whiffs on a one-timer. It's going to lead to a transition rush. Coming the other way is O'Neill. O'Neill's pass misses everybody. And it eventually settles on the stick of Alex Karras at center ice. Now Hoover. Hoover's very active defenseman for this Benet side. You will see Xandis Hoover get up and involved in the offensive play for Benet. Saw it last year, and certainly with some younger pieces up front, not as much scoring. You should see plenty of 89 in white getting involved in the offensive action.
Yeah, and the captain of this team, a lot of weight comes on his shoulders.
Turnover
as well.
shot, big left pad save from Janis. Bruno Hansel had some space in the slot, couldn't get it by Janis.
Providence really putting the pressure on Benet right now, forcing all sorts of turnovers in the Benet zone.
You can see three forwards playing very high in the forecheck right now for Providence. They're really trying to push the action, are the Celtics. Stepping in front on the turnovers, Lucas Ducups. His shot just misses the cage. Kept in at the point by Zadakis. It's going to be cleared by Benet. It's going to go all the way down ice, and I think Benet will happily take an icing there. 9:47 left in the first period, 0-0.
Guys, by no surprise is this game opening up. Both teams top three in scoring, and Janis and Pavage are putting on an absolute show, a theme that we can expect to be going forward here in this game.
Yeah, that's what we expected, right? We talked about it pregame, this goaltender matchup. We expected these goalies to shine tonight.
Yeah, we see some highlights here of Pavage saving a breakaway from Anthony Pacheco. His first real true test to this game, but Janis as well has been constantly tested by this Providence team.
Ducups comes in, pinches, keeps the offensive zone chance alive here for the Celtics. That's once again cleared all the way down ice. That's going to be another icing. I'd like to thank Howie's for being a sponsor of this year's Chicago Blackhawks Rivalry Series. Use code Rivalry at howieshockeytape.com for 15% off your next order. Thank you to Howie's Hockey Tape. Always love when we can get sponsors involved. Help sponsor all of this action. Thank you to Howie's.
As a former player, Howie's Hockey Tape is passed around the locker room nonstop.
Vouching for it is Andrew Rubin. Here's Rosenthal with a partial breakaway. Rosenthal draws to his forehand, couldn't get a shot off. That sounds like a real active endorsement of Howie's Hockey Tape. That wasn't planted, I promise, folks. Here's Nico Felice. His shot well over the cage. Carson Burris was coming up the slot. Felice opted for the shot. Now a big check by Schlee. And we're going to get our first penalty of the game on that check.
Yeah, it looked like it was from behind, right in front of the scores table. We'll see what the call is going to be here. But one thing that's interesting from this Providence team, they are firing pucks right when they get a good shooting chance. Not really looking to make the extra pass, the extra play, which could definitely be what they're trying to do, test Janis early on. But I think at times they can almost hold the puck a little bit, get a step closer, maybe look for a guy back door to look for a more definite goal than just firing the puck from the high slot every time you get it there.
So 2 minutes for Ruffin going against Hudson Schlee, one of those 9 sophomores in the lineup for Benet. Scorekeeper having a little bit of trouble getting the scoreboard all aligned, so that's another pause here. But Andrew, pace-wise, clearly favoring Providence here early. Bennett's had a couple of nice transition opportunities, but you could see the speed from Providence really suppressing Benet a little bit here early.
I've mentioned earlier the speed from Providence, especially in the offensive zone, absolutely hounding these Benet defenders and wingers on the boards. It's very difficult for Benet to get the puck out of their zone. But once the puck gets to the neutral zone and the offensive zone, Benet looks much better at just having that same effort, that same drive to get the puck out of your own zone.
Finally able to get back underway. Providence, their first chance here on the power play. Clean win by the Celtics. Spins across to Zadakis. Zadakis right back to Breyer. Breyer's shot knocked down in front by Caulfield. Holowek winds up. He's able to clear.
Interesting setup there, for Providence, looking like they're doing a 2-1-2 on the power play, something you don't really see too much in today's game.
Oh, a huge hit that's coming through is Quinlan. No arm down. That is as big a hit as you'll ever see in high school hockey. We'll play on.
Yeah, Vinny Felice immediately goes for a change after that absolutely huge hit. But I think that puck actually hit the post after the big hit delivered on Felice.
That puck comes flying out of the ice surface. It's going to be a center ice draw. Jimmy, I'm not sure if we got a good angle of that hit, but right, it's center ice. Vinny Felice having a conversation with the referee, too. You're going to see it right here, the big hit. He lowers his shoulder by Quinlan. Oh, and then right after the shot that hit the post. That was good eye, Andrew. I didn't even see that.
I think the big hit even distracted Janis a little bit, took his eye off the puck for that 1 second. Sometimes that's all it takes in the game of hockey.
Well, Karras' pass misses everybody as it's cleared all the way down ice. 1 minute to go on the power play for Providence. Nothing thus far. Could have been a penalty there. Looked like maybe holding against Ben Schwartz, but we'll play on. Here's Bruno Hansel. His shot blocked by Heller and cleared by Rosenthal. So a good penalty kill thus far here for Benet. As we're going to get penalties back behind the play. I think it's going to be coincidentals. It will. It's going to be Finn Harris for the Celtics and Cole Rosenthal for the Red Wings.
Not a surprise there from the officials. Big game like this, they want to set the tone as well.
Yeah, guys, Vinny Felice has left the bench for the Providence Celtics after that hit. Something to keep in mind. One of their top scorers will not be with them for the rest of this power play.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. That would be a huge loss if he's gone for any significant amount of time in this game.
I did not think the hit, though, delivered on Felice was dirty. Just a very unfortunate with the pass that he got, and he did not. Really came from his blind side, was not able to see it coming.
8 minutes to go here in the period. The last 35 seconds of this power play for Providence. Not much going thus far. Well, Duke Cups will take it behind his own net, try to reset for Providence. He'll play up ice, played ahead by Ramos. He gets the puck in deep. Felice chases it down. Another huge hit, this time from Alex Karras. Trying to keep the play alive is Nico Mastro. Now loose in the slot. Good hit from Casio. And missing everybody on that shot. And a clearance.
Really starting to see the physical play from Benet. Try to step in here, and you're seeing these Providence players looking over their shoulders.
Got about 3 seconds left on this power play. That will be the end of it. So back to full strength is Benet. A really solid penalty kill there from the Red Wings.
Yeah, we didn't really see Providence get too much time set up in the zone because Benet did such a good job handling the breakout of Providence.
Chance side of the net. Duke Cups there to clean it up for the Celtics. Lucas Duke Cups, he'll carry it into the zone for the Celtics. His shot blockered away by Janis. Rosenthal able to press against the boards. A darting Nick Mastro and able to get it back out into center ice. Rosenthal, a quick touch pass, able to now outlet to Pacheco. Pacheco will settle, look, centering pass, good stick tie-up by Charlie Maraskis. Or else that could have been a prime opportunity for Benet.
Good pickup from you. Huge stick play there from Charlie Maraskis. Saving a goal, as that would have been a good backdoor feed for Benet.
Now Pacheco with speed. He's looking for an outlet. Quinlan has his stick tied up. Gianluca Di Casola couldn't get much on that opportunity for the Red Wings. Now circling at his own near circle, firing a shot was Carson Burris right into the glove of Janis. 5:41 left in the first period. We're still scoreless.
That's another clear-sighted shot for Janis there. If you're Providence, at some point in time, you got to start getting some bodies in front of Janis, make these saves a little bit tougher on him, or have to look to make a better play than just, the long wrist shot. It's going to take a lot more than that to beat Janis tonight.
Face-off tied up on the near dot. Centering pass, but Quinlan intercepts it for the Red Wings. Now with speed dropping it deep is Leo Christensen. Tom Ducups there trying to get it out along the near boards. Quick outlet pass, but just a little bit behind Burris. Offside's going to be that call with 5:21 left in the first.
Second or third time we've seen Providence on their breakout get a little bit mixed up, have the puck hit off their own player, off a Benet player, deflecting right to the middle. Really, really risky pass there. If Benet can pick that up and transition right away, Providence is not in a good position to defend.
Neutral zone face-off. On comes Hudson Schlee, won cleanly, this time by the Celtics. Dukup's able to rifle it around the boards. That's going to be offsides. That puck probably would have gone all the way down the ice if it didn't hit the linesman's skate and really forced an offsides against Benet. Don't see that very often, but another neutral zone draw coming.
Yeah, and Providence had some guys flying. Puck may have gone all the way for icing, but if not, Providence would have had at least a 2-on-1, possibly 3-on-1 breakaway on that play.
There's Schlee and Harris. Schlee wins it cleanly. Hoover's going to drop it in deep. And Pavic will just drop his glove on it. So about 4 whistles here in the last 25 seconds. After what was a really high-flying period up and down the ice, we've ground to a bit of a halt here at middle part of the first period.
All comes back to the middle. You got a few minutes of up pace hockey. Might anticipate a few minutes of slower hockey.
Awkward bounce there as that puck almost bounced into the net. Pavic, right off the draw, had to be alert. That puck ended up settling on the back of the net.
Looks like it hit off a skate of a Providence player, maybe.
See it just bouncing around. That's a good call. I believe that did hit the skate of Finn Harris. Here's Hoover. He winds up. His shot was intentionally wide. He was looking for a deflection from Schlee. So after Providence really controlled the pace, I would say, in the first 6 or 7 minutes, Andrew, it's been a nice response here from Benet. And going down to the ice, that's going to be a penalty going against Providence. Right in the middle of the ice as Jeremy DeWilkins got tripped up. Benet hustling to get a 6th attacker on the ice.
Almost right on call, as you said. Bennett's really starting to play better in this game.
Big collision at center ice. Here's Pacheco. He plays around Zadakis. Finally, Zadakis able to get some possession, get a whistle. And with 4:18 left in the first period, it'll be Bennett's first opportunity on the power play.
Yeah, we see Lucas Dukups just gets his stick in the skates there. And we're going to get our first look at the Benet power play, which historically has been a big 1-3-1 setup, which they use very well to their advantage. They have high deflections, all sorts of backdoor plays. Historically, this Benet power play has been very, very good.
So to the left of Pavic here is going to be the draw. Rosenthal gets knocked out of the faceoff draw, so Schlee will have to step in for Benet. And a clean win for the Red Wings. Here's Hoover. Across the ice, Rosenthal, top of the circle. Shot just misses high and wide of the net. Hoover collects far point. Now Quinlan pinned against the boards. And Felice able to get the puck. That's Vinny Felice back on the ice. Great sign for the Providence Catholic Celtics, who took that huge hit just about 8 minutes ago in game time.
We mentioned he is as big of a piece to this Providence team as you can be.
Now Schlee gets tripped up as he enters the zone. No call, and it'll be cleared by Dukups. Everybody was looking around to see if a referee's arm went up. It didn't. Having issues with the power play clock on the scoreboard, so I'll do my best. I believe there's 1.5 minutes left on the power play. But we have no assistance as we normally would on the scoreboard. Heller back up top to Schlee. Schlee's shot blocked in front by Felice.
Great shot block there from Vinny Felice, but if you're Benet, you got to get this puck moving.
Exactly the thought I was having. You got to get the puck moving on the power play. You can't be shooting just straight into a forward like that. Here's Zadakis trying to clear it up around the boards. He will. 1 minute to go on the power play for Benet.
Benet really struggling to get the puck into the zone here as well. Both teams on the penalty kill doing a very good job shutting the other team's breakout down, making it hard to set up in the end zone.
Here's Pacheco with speed along the right wing. He'll stop. Now he's looking for options. He's got DiCasola up top. Shot knocked down in front by Breyer. Now below the goal line. Christensen centering pass. Nobody from Benet could get a shot with any speed off and cleared.
Again, we see Benet really just having the puck there in the corner, not really spreading the ice out that much, playing in a small confined space, which is what you don't want to do on the power play.
Casola enters the zone, gets it to Holloway. Far side, Pacheco, a sprawling block by Benny Schwartz. 2:15 left in the period. Another clear, and that will just about do it for the power play. Just about 8 seconds left. Or excuse me, we're back to full strength. Again, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle all night tracking power plays. We don't have a clock, and the box is actually down below us. A little bit tough to see.
Hopefully Wes can help us out for when the players leave the box.
That's why we got Wes Anderson down there on ice level. This fluttering shot harmlessly goes into the glove of Will Janis.
Guys, a sigh of relief for the Celtic squad. We see on that penalty kill, Vinny Felice out there at the top of the point getting a block shot. And as this game goes on, he's definitely going to be someone that the Celtics are going to need to lean on.
Yeah, huge piece on both sides. You saw it there on the penalty kill. It's not just on the offensive end where he is second on the team in points. Now a point-blank chance as Janis drops his glove on that right off the face-off draw. But love that. A two-way forward. He's on your PK1. He's one of your top scorers. Vinny Felice does it all for this Providence team.
That's a coach's dream. Somebody you can always trust on the ice in any situation. Not much more Coach Achancio can ask for.
Minute 43 left in the first period. Still scoreless. Face-off draw one. Shot towards the net. Not much on it. Karras is tied up. That could have been a hooking call. But we'll play on 5-on-5. Karras battling to try to get it out. He can't. Here's a shot from Ducups. He scores! Lucas Ducups rips a wrist shot. Gets the game's first goal. It's 1-0 Providence.
This is all started by the turnover force by Providence in the corner. Puck goes low to high up to Ducups, who fires an absolute laser to the top left corner.
You can see that just skated right into that wrist shot and keep top left shelf over the right shoulder of Janis there. He didn't have much of a chance on that one.
About as perfectly placed as you can put a shot, especially from the top of the circles there.
1:28 left here in the first period. And it's Providence that draws first blood. Rink wide, here's Hoover. Just staying on side was O'Neill. Pacheco pressuring, trying to force a turnover. He can't. Kept in by Heller for the moment. Now Ramos will hustle the puck out of the zone. Here's Hoover. O'Neill's just going to drop it deep. Pacheco and Holloway. Holloway centers the pass, but O'Neill just a step slow to get to it. Holloway's able to win it back. 46 seconds to go in the period.
Real crafty play there from Holloway. Providence rimming the puck, just getting it right to the middle of the ice for a chance.
Shot. Rebound came to the stick of Felice, just hopped over it. Now Hoover's going to try to clear the puck, but Felice forces the turnover. Now Nico Felice. That one's going to be cleared all the way down ice. That's going to be icing, but Benet scrambling a little bit will gladly take it.
Yeah, after the power play, it seems like Bennett's almost lost all momentum as the ice really started tilting in their favor. After that power play, Providence gained right back to where they started. Constant pressure on these Red Wings. Anywhere in the zones, you see great chance there for Nico Felice. Just looked like it bounced over his stick.
So Zach Zadakis gets the assist on that Providence goal. He'll join us after the first period with Wes Anderson down on ice level. Here's Felice, point blank. Janis able to turn it away. 19 seconds to go. Rosenthal can't catch up to that pass. We get another icing waved.
Not sure what the referee saw there. That was pretty clearly icing.
Andrew, we kind of looked at each other like, I guess. It certainly looked like icing to us. Now 4 seconds to go. Racing at the end of the period, and it goes in with 0.7 seconds to go. Janis tried to come out and play the puck. He whiffed. The puck jumped over his stick. And with less than a second left in the period, it's 2-0 Providence.
That is all the hustle of Carson Burris. End of the period, very easy to just pack it in.
We're going to have a penalty, too.
Yeah, guys, I'm not sure if that penalty or that goal is going to count. I think there was a delayed call on Providence as we see the ref wave it off now.
Wow, what a moment in this game. 0.7 seconds left of the period. Wes, did you see the penalty?
Guys, I did not, but I was looking over to the Benet bench to my left here, and assistant coach Lee immediately was waving that off. I think he saw something behind the play that we didn't.
And you could see Nick Achancio getting the explanation on the Providence bench.
I'm not sure if we're going to see the penalty, but that is just not a great penalty to take in situation. Obviously not in the play. End of the period with below 3 seconds left. You can't take a penalty there, and you see it ends up taking a goal away from the Providence Celtics.
And Wes, I know you got some interviews to do after this period, but maybe after the second period, would love if you could catch up with one of the refs to find out what exactly happened. I don't think we have any angle of it on our broadcast.
No, we're just seeing the play from Burris, which was just tremendous hustle. Never giving up on the play and just able to flick that puck right over the stick of Janis. Unfortunately, it will not count, but that's something that will get your team fired up, showing heart and determination all the way until the buzzer rings.
So the penalty is high sticking against Vinny Felice. The Providence faithful not happy about it. Got some choice words to say. And that's the end of the period. So drama right at the end of the first period. The result is a 1-0 Providence lead after one period. Up and down the ice, Providence has a lead. Huge break for Benet.
Yep, game really started in Providence's favor. Kind of ended the first period as well. Benet had a really good 4 or 5 minutes in the middle there.
So we're going to send it down to ice level. Wes Anderson standing by with Ethan Heller. After this first period, Wes, go ahead.
Thanks, Max. Heller's getting his helmet off here. You guys find yourself down 1 goal late in the first period. How are you guys looking to respond?
We got to come out hard. We got to start playing our game. We're not winning battles, and that's why we're down. We're not getting out to the points and blocking shots, and basically that's just all we need to do.
You're a senior on this team. Just talk about what it means to play in a game like this.
It's definitely a big deal. With a younger team this year, I mean, I expect myself to be an example out there for the younger kids, which means, you know, being the hardest worker out there. And I know a lot of the other seniors do as well. We're missing one of our main boys, Brian Griffin. He's going to be out for the year. So we're definitely trying to come out here these next 2 periods and play for him and get the W.
Thanks. Good luck in the second.
Wes is going to shuffle over the Providence bench. We're going to get Zach Zadakis. Wes, go ahead.
You guys are 6-1 with scoring first. Just talk about the confidence you guys play on getting that first goal.
You know, it really starts with asserting our forecheck and really playing our game. It really gets everyone going on the bench, so it allows us to keep us rolling. We get momentum early, we can't stop.
You guys get a goal waved off with a second left. Just talk about how you're going to respond here in the second.
You know, it's all right. You know, call is a call. We got to keep moving forward. We got to look at the bright side of what we've done this game. I think if we keep looking at that, we'll be just fine.
Good luck in the second.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Wes. A couple of very nice young men. Clearly good perspective. Got to appreciate specifically Ethan Heller there. Shouting out Bryant Griffith. A huge loss for this Benet team. Got a chance to catch up with the Benet coaching staff before the game. Really unfortunate situation for Benet. He's going to be out for the season and a huge loss.
Yeah, obviously whenever you have a missing piece in your puzzle, it always hurts, especially to lose a friend and a dear teammate like that. But they talked about how it's that next man up, and Ethan Heller talks about how he's really embraced that leadership role for this team, doing a really good job there, and we see it just in the interview, just how much of a leader he is.
And then on the flip side, of course, Zach Zadakis could have easily been much more annoyed or frustrated getting that wave goal off. But he narrowed down, and he was honest about it. It is what it is. We got to keep playing. That's a good, experienced leader there at Zach Zadakis.
Yeah, very calm answers as well with it, knowing that they just need to play their game. Talked about how they just need to keep getting their forecheck set up, and good things are going to happen.
So a minute 52 here left on the power play as Benet has this opportunity to start the second period. The shot from Schlee, his stick snaps in half. It's a good block shot by Carson Burris. Here's Rosenthal able to get the puck back, and a good poke out of the zone by Nico Felice.
We've really seen some active sticks from Providence on this penalty kill.
DeWilkins rink wide, gets it to Quinlan. Quinlan trying to get it right back to DeWilkins. Now far half wall is Quinlan. He'll stop, get it back below the goal line to DeWilkins. Quinlan loses it, and that's going to get cleared by Nico Felice. 1:15 left on the power play.
Again, we're seeing Benet really just keeping the puck on one side of the ice in this power play. You either get that puck low to high across the ice.
Now look at the activity by Drake Thomas here on the penalty kill. He forces Benet to waste a couple of seconds, and now turned over. Now point blank chance off the stick of Bruno Hansel, but turned aside by Janis. Hoover comes on the power play, goes around one man. He gets tripped up, a flying knee there. That could have been a penalty. We don't get a call. Christensen collects, gets it back to Heller. Now good poke check off the stick of Hansel, and he'll be able to clear. 35 to go here on the power play.
Providence doing a really good job about forcing Benet to keep the puck in one spot. almost creating a 2-on-2 there right by the blue line. Exactly what you want as a penalty killer, take away the numbers game.
With speed comes Pacheco, tries to drag around Ducups, but not able to. Once again cleared. Janis, quick out of his net, hands off to Heller. One more rush coming for the Red Wings. Here's Schlee. He tries a stretch pass that misses everybody. Past the stick of Schwartz. 2 seconds, that's the end of the power play for Benet. Out of the box comes Vinny Felice. And Schlee will reset for the Red Wings at center ice. Here's Schlee. Tried to drag around Aiden Castleton, wasn't able to get it past him. Now turnover forced, back the other way comes Joe Ramos. His shot wide of the net. Castleton collects, leaves for Schwartz, but his shot's blocked.
I don't think Ramos knew he had Castleton there in the middle. He was all alone, would have been a breakaway.
Good check against the boards by Alex Karras. In transition, here comes Pacheco. Pacheco near circle, drags, backhanded shot, fought off by Pavic. He keeps 0 goals up on the board for Benet. 14:21 left in the second period.
We see the craftiness there from Anthony Pacheco to say, not even looks like he has a chance to shoot, just get a flick backhand right on to surprise the goaltender.
Yeah, guys, going back to that Benet power play, it looks like they're dropping that weak side D low, which is causing a lack of support up top and forcing them to really drive down that near side half wall. I expect Coach Grisbeck to make that adjustment, have that weak side D play a little bit more towards the middle of the ice, get a little bit more support for his defenseman.
Yeah, they really need to get that puck moving across the ice. You have to pull that defenseman up to get that puck moving across the ice, spread out this Providence penalty kill.
Now Rosenthal trying to force the puck out. 5 bodies coming together along the far blue line. Still pinned against the boards. Finally, Rosenthal comes away with it. As his stick lifted, he couldn't get a shot off. Mastro's able to clear it. Now with some space comes Thomas. Good play at the blue line by Caulfield to slow that rush for Providence, so they could have had a 2-on-1.
Yeah, and I think if he didn't get there in time, that would have been a breakaway as well for Benet.
Pavic collects, takes a whistle with 13:49 left in the second period. Chicago Blackhawks High School Rivalry Series continues all winter long, featuring some of the fiercest matchups in Illinois high school hockey. Don't miss out on the action. To see game dates, times, and details, head over to blackhawks.com/youthhockey.
These games are always circled in the entire state of Illinois for hockey. The biggest rivalries, non-stop fun. Can't thank the Chicago Blackhawks enough.
Of course, we've got Fenwick and St. Ignatius tomorrow night. The big one on Thanksgiving Eve between Glenbrook North and Glenbrook South. I don't know if that's patented, the big one, but I'm gonna run with it here, Andrew. Side of the net. Nico Felice can't get a shot off.
I would have to agree that is the big one of all the games.
Of course, this matchup right there with it. This Benet-Providence, a lot of history. Kids that grew up playing with each other. I remember talking last year to John Grisbeck and Nick Ichansi, who said the same thing. So many of these kids grew up together, played together, and then either went to Benet or Providence. And to play in a big moment like this, here's Felice. Drawing, shoots, he scores! Carson Burris gets the shot in the slot over the glove of Janis. It's 2-0 Providence.
Very good rush there from Providence. As I believe it was Felice drove the puck in, left it back for Burris, who had all sorts of space, and he's able to beat Janis over the glove side. As you see, Felice just clears out space, and Burris just follows him up right into the slot, does a quick little toe drag and beats Janis on the glove side. 2 perfect shots from Providence that had to take to beat Janis, and a huge 2-goal lead now for Providence.
13 minutes to go in the second period. Celtics take a 2-goal lead. We'll see what kind of response we get from this Benet team. Talked about 9 sophomores in the lineup. Ton of talent and prospect here on the Red Wings side. I know John Grisbeck talked about how excited he is for this team as he goes along this season. Really feels like they're growing up in real time and really excited about their prospects as they move along the entire season.
Yeah, we have to expect that to happen in this game. The more they play in this game, the better off they're going to be.
Now 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Here's another shot fought off by the blocker. Shot from Joe Ramos. Back up top to Maraskis. His shot knocked down in front. In transition comes Quinlan. Quinlan and Christensen. Christensen open, just misses the far post. Good response shift here from the Red Wings, getting a chance. Quinlan has to hustle, cut off the angle of Bruno Hansel.
This whole shift starts with a big save by Janis. That really calmed things down, then allowed Benet to attack.
Pacheco now on the forecheck, gets the puck below the goal line. He's tied up, and Hansel's able to take it away. Good outlet pass with some space. Comes Ramos. Ramos gets turned off the puck. Karas is going to get a penalty for it. I don't know, Andrew. That looked like a hit from the front. It just looked like Ramos lost his balance.
Yeah, looks like we're getting an interference call, which is a little interesting. As you see, they're both kind of battling for the puck there. Tough call to go against Benet.
Yeah, Benet already down 2-0. Now they're going to have to go back to the penalty kill with 11:57 left in the second period. Karas clearly frustrated.
Yeah, just not really much he can do. He's looking to play the man there on that situation. The puck just happens to trickle a little bit in front of the Providence player, and he's still looking to make a play, and unfortunately it results in a penalty against him.
Face-off won, but off the skate of the linesman, so Providence going to keep possession. Breyer looking, he'll drop down to Felice. Felice back up to the point in Breyer. Breyer's shot looking for a deflection. Schlee knocked it down, falls to the stick of Burris. His shot just wide of the cage. Back to the point, Zadakis. Swings it across Breyer. Far half wall. Felice, good stick by DeWilkins to disrupt the rhythm of that possession play by the Celtics, and cleared by Schlee.
We're seeing both teams have great effort on the penalty kill so far. Active sticks, taking away lanes, and taking away space.
Zadakis weaves between a couple of Red Wings. Leaves for Felice. Now 5 bodies come together along the near half wall. There's Zadakis that for a moment, a crazy bounce, ends up in the slot. Providence can't get a shot off. 1 minute to go here on the power play for Providence. Trailing by 2-0. Benet, this becomes a huge penalty kill to stay in this game. Here's Breyer. Now Duke Cup's top of the circle. His shot knocked down by DeWilkins. Side of the net, backhanded shot off the stick of Harris. Can't get it to go. Backdoor Felice. I don't think he was expecting that pass. Else he would have been wide open with an open net.
Yeah, it looks like it caught him by surprise, and big clear there for Benet. Looks like DeWilkins' stick snapped. Would have been 5 on 3.5 with no stick for DeWilkins.
Heller gets that puck. He's able to clear it down ice. 26 to go on the power play for Providence. Heller one more time. Christensen couldn't play it along. The Duke Cup's going to be able to drop it deep and give Hansel a chance to win it on the forecheck. He does. Hansel gets it right back. In the point, a fluttering shot off the stick of Bruno Hansel. Falls harmlessly into the glove of Janis.
Looks like that puck almost caught him by surprise as well. Real good look, though, from Providence right there in the high slot. As we get the replay here of Finn Harris doing that spinning backhand, another good look by Providence. So we're seeing this power play starting to settle things down a little bit. And Janis is able to read that misfire and just catch it in the glove.
Clean win off the draw by Providence. Shot blockered away by Janis. John Cardwell had some space there between the circles. Janis up to the task.
Third or fourth time we've seen that face-off play run by Providence. Having that guy from the board side kind of drag it to the middle to get a shot.
Pacheco behind his own net. Leaves between one, through the legs of another. He's going to lead transition. Look at the speed of Pacheco through the neutral zone. Tries to go around another. Gets his stick lifted. Shot's off. Stuff attempt. Still whacking away as it's Hollowek. And finally, Pavic freezes it, but the effort by Pacheco, all 200 feet, impressive, number 2 in white.
We see just the skill and the speed that he has, going around multiple defenders, and almost looked like he lost it at one point. Was able to get it right back and make a toe drag move. And he sees the 5-0 open up at the last second, and Pavic just gets his legs closed just in time, and then also allowing no rebound either for no second chance from a Benet Red Wing.
9:29 left here in the second period, a 2-0 Benet lead. A goal in each period so far for the Celtics. Breyer takes it away for Providence Catholic. Collision in the middle of the ice. Here's Felice's shot. Quick glove save is coming flying in. Is Vinny Felice. Wouldn't be surprised if we see multiple penalties out of this, and I think the first one should go against Vinny Felice. Absolutely. as Janis had that puck clean, and he came in with a stick whacking at the glove of Janis. Wes, I know as our resident goaltender expert, that can't make you happy when you see a forward come flying in like that.
No, not at all. Max queued me up well there. We see both teams going to the net hard, something to expect when there's this many people and the amount of energy they have. Is we're going to get some coincidental penalties, I think. Here is the refs talking to Felices, goes to the box.
That's already Vinny Felice's third penalty on the day, and we're only halfway through the second period. It's going to be
Actually, guys, I misspoke. I think Felice is going to get the only penalty. It looks like the refs thing, like slashing on Janis, explaining something to Coach Ianchoncio down to my right.
Yeah, you could have had a couple more after the whistle roughings. Wouldn't have had a problem with that if that's what they ruled, but certainly the only advantage here should be a power play for Benet.
Yes, I agree. Providence has to come out with that getting the extra penalty, as it was the original whack of the stick from Felice that started everything. Everything else after that pretty much was going to cancel out no matter what.
Already 3 penalties for Vinny Felice. He's got to be careful he doesn't get that fourth and miss a game. Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong. That's also a suspension for the coach as well, John Grisbeck, if he gets his fourth.
I'm not sure if that's a suspension for the coach.
Or is it just the total? I think it's 12
yes,
if you get
12
for the team. So big opportunity here for Benet to get back in the game. Rosenthal's sharp angle shot fought off by Pavic and cleared by Nico Felice. Now Schlee, minute and a half left on the power play for the Red Wings. Burris is pressuring the puck the entire way. Schlee with a quick pass to Rosenthal. Rosenthal surveying. He's going to drop to DeWilkins. His shot, he whiffs on the one-timer. Schlee able to keep it in for a moment. Now shorthanded, almost a chance for Burris. He'll keep it rather conservative. Now DeWilkins off the stick of Hoover. Two Cups winds up, tries to play it out around the boards. Kept in by Rosenthal. Rosenthal near circle, his shot. DeWilkins with a screen in front. I don't think Pavic ever saw that. Now Janis trying to move quickly. Not sure who he was going for. Maybe Xandis Hoover. Shorthanded 2-0. Here come the Celtics. Hansel's shot. No, he couldn't save it. It beats Janis. And a shorthanded goal for Providence makes it 3-0.
I think that's a good pickup by you. I think it originally hit off the shoulder of William Janis and just deflected into the net. As there was all sorts of confusion on that play when Janis played the puck. Ends up with Providence getting, resulting in a 2-0. And Bruno Hansel was just able to bury it.
Yeah, guys, kind of an unlucky play on Janis's part. Trying to move that puck up quick, trying to trap those Celtics defensemen back on that long shift. Hits off Heller, and a bad break for the Red Wings there.
And I've talked about it. If you've followed the CCHL or the SHL the last couple of years, that look on a goaltender's face, even through a mask when he's got no idea where the puck is, has got to be one of the most helpless feelings in hockey, and you saw it right there on Will Janis.
Yeah, especially for a goalie, everything is about tracking the puck. When you lose sight, it's almost as if everything in the world has come down on you in those split moments.
Unassisted goal there for Bruno Hansel, and a commanding 3-0 lead now for Providence. Providence 13 seconds left on the power play. And that's going to be another big penalty. Bad decision there by Finn Harris. He's going to head to the box. It's going to be 6 seconds of 5-on-3. I wouldn't be surprised if that's more than 2. Nasty boarding there. Harris heads to the box.
We're going to see what the call is going to be.
And it was, you saw Harris take 2 or 3 strides with the Red Wings player. It's going to be a timeout for Benet, and they realize the moment in this game, this 5-on-3, they had their top line out there. Want to give them a break. Smart move here by John Grisbeck.
Yeah, also talk strategy. Got 6 seconds on the 5-on-3, but also a power play coming up after that. Wants to get everything settled down. He's going to order what he wants, see some adjustments he needs to make. But going back to that penalty about Finn Harris, he saw the Benet player's numbers the entire way. That's just a hit that you can't make. You can't try to drive him to the boards. If you're just going to try and pin him, give him a little bump, that's all right. But trying to bury him into the boards from behind is going to be a penalty 100% of the time.
So it's only going to be 2 minutes for roughing.
Not sure if I have to agree with that call. 2 and a 10 or a 5-minute major would seem more fitting, as there was no real looking to play the puck either, anything like that. There was really only one intention of that hit.
The Chicago Blackhawks in Fifth Third Arena have arranged a special visit by Santa before he begins his big journey around the world. To see details and register for Fifth Third Arena's annual Santa Skate, visit fifthtirdarena.com. 7:23 left here in the second period. 6 seconds of a 5-on-3 coming here for Benet. And you got to feel like between the 5-on-3, 6 seconds on a lot, but this becomes a huge power play for Benet to get back in the game.
Yeah, something also to take note of, if Providence wins this faceoff and is able to hold it for a few seconds, they can hit their own player coming out of the box for a breakaway as well, something I'm sure Coach John Grisbeck talked about, having a defenseman back.
Wes, I saw you shuffle over to that huddle just a little bit. Were you able to get any of the message from John Grisbeck during that timeout?
They're more just talking over strategy there, what to do off a lost faceoff, like you said, Andrew. Surprised that Schlee isn't a little bit further back with this Celtics player coming in the box here soon.
I think he's all right now because there's 6 seconds. He can kind of see how the faceoff plays out and then is able to react. Instead of if it were 3 seconds, I wouldn't be surprised to see him drop back a little bit more.
Vinny Felice is geared up right down below us in the penalty box. He would love to get a cheap one off the shorthanded. There goes Felice out of the box. Back to 5-on-4. Oh, fortunate bounce for Benet for a moment. That goes rifling into the Benet bench. And Wes, I would pretend like you didn't flinch, but you absolutely did there.
It's been a while since I've had the pads on, so give me a little bit of a break, please.
Was he flinching out of the way, or was he flinching to save it?
Oh, he was ducking for cover.
It was not pretty. I'm glad the camera can't see that.
7:09 left in the second period. Felice, fresh out of the box, wins the draw, but the effort into Wilkins keeps alive for Benet. Centering pass, not able to get a shot off. That'll be cleared. Carson Burris chases it down for Providence, shorthanded for another minute and a half. He makes a move around one man, centers it, comes to the stick of Felice. Now Providence just going to try to waste some time here. Benet can't get the puck. Cross ice, just missing Felice. So Providence holding the puck here for the better part of 20 seconds, shorthanded. A clinic and keep away here by the Celtics. Finally dropped in deep. That was 30 seconds of keep away by Providence.
Really speaks to the ability of Felice and Burris. The shiftiness, the quickness, where they know where each other are to constantly be able to hold that puck away from the Celtics.
Crafty play by Pacheco. He's got Rosenthal coming up the slot. Rosenthal can't get a backhanded shot off. He gets his stick. No, here's Hoover. He tries a little play behind the pad of Pavic. Can't get it off. Pacheco thinks about it, holds. Plays back to Schlee. Schlee with a good move. He shoots, fought off, puck bouncing everywhere in between off the side of the net. The Red Wings just cannot get a one to go. Now shorthanded comes Nico Felice. He's got a partial breakaway. Here's Felice. Forehand, big save by Janis to keep it at 3-0.
The net's off. There we go. We finally get the whistle. We see the speed of Nico Felice there, pulling away from the defender, and then a huge save by William Janis, who haven't mentioned his name because of the power plays, it seemed like, in a little while. He will stay dialed in and make a great save on the forehand move there. But on the other end, Benet had all sorts of chances. Just seems like they just can't get the lucky bounce in front of the net in order to get that first goal, make this a 3-1 game.
25 seconds remain on the power play. Face off cleanly won here by Benet. Heller's going to lead the rush. Schlee with a quick outlet to Hollowek. He can't handle it as that hits the scoreboard right at center ice. So we'll get a center ice draw with 5:36 left in the period, 14 on the power play.
Andrew, you just talked about it. Pavic with the 2 great saves. Not sure if you guys could see it up there. The puck was bouncing a lot, and right before across the goal line on that left post, he was able to stick his left pad out and get that. So great save by him to keep his team up 3 here.
That's a great pickup by you, Wes.
Centering pass just couldn't get all the way into Christensen. Once again cleared. That's going to be the end of the power play. Back to full strength is Providence. Christensen having some trouble at his own blue line. Now trying everything he can to stay on side was Aiden Castleton. He wasn't able to. So Celtics had to clear.
It's getting puck's bouncing a little bit. Ice gets a little bit bad towards the end of the second period. We're seeing a little bit more sloppy play from both teams.
Now Quinlan Christensen and Dukups with a big hit on Christensen. Puck finally settles onto the stick of DeCasola. 4:40 left here in the second period. Providence in firm control of this one right now. Turnover, played back, a shot, pad save. Puck still loose in the slot. Cardwell couldn't get it by Janis. Stays 3-0.
Great example there of just the chemistry this Providence Celtics teams have. All sorts of weaving, drop passes, gets it back to Cardwell, who fans a little bit on the shot, but it looks like he got blocked by Benet. But just great offensive zone play there, great chemistry, almost poetry in motion-like. Murphy almost got that puck. Looks like it hit off his hand and just couldn't bounce in front of him. He would have been gone for a breakaway there.
Rosenthal collects. He plays it past. Benny Schwartz got in the way. Now Maraskis trying to play it up off the boards. Murphy keeps it in. Here's Caulfield. Comes to the stick of Murphy, but Vinny Felice all over him. Kept in by Terza. Now Nico Felice with some space. Caulfield. Here's Felice. Wrap attempt. Nobody in front of the net for the Providence Catholic Celtics, so O'Neill's able to clear. Let's go stretch pass off the boards to Pacheco. Couldn't quite catch up to it.
Yeah, we see Pacheco just a little bit frustrated there. I think he wanted that puck a little bit sooner. As we'll see if frustration starts to run in for these Benet Red Wings.
Now 3:20 left in the second period. Felice circles. Now backdoor. Puck almost gets onto the stick of Burris. Centering pass. Backhanded shot by Felice. And Janis drops the glove on it. Takes a whistle.
Another example of Providence just playing with all sorts of confidence. We see the weaving. We see the guys nonstop moving, able to find each other. As Burris finds Felice in the middle there as he gets a backhand shot. Nobody there for the rebound, but all sorts of confidence for Providence right now in the offensive zone. Seems like their game plan is really working against this Benet Red Wings team.
Now right off the draw, a shot and turned aside as Ramos tracks it down in the corner.
We see that face-off play again from Providence. Board side guy coming to the middle for a shot.
Now we're going to get a hand pass and a whistle. .258 left here in the second period. Make sure you stay tuned for second period intermission. We're going to have a shoot the puck, almost like we're at the United Center. Our very own Wes Anderson will be down on the ice hosting that.
He won't be in the net trying to make saves.
No, I think Wes told me he hasn't put on pads in about 10 years.
I think now's the right time for the comeback.
Heller to Pacheco. Lucas Dukup's putting pressure on here in the last 2.5 of the second period. Hoover plays quickly up to Quinlan. Tries a cross ice to Pacheco. Dukup steps in front, cuts that off. Here's Heller. Rink wide to Quinlan. Now Hollowek. Pacheco frustrated. He wanted that puck as he entered the zone. You called it a shift ago, Andrew. The top offensive player for Benet being shut out at this point. Some frustration starting to build.
Yeah, in a big environment like this, you can see that happening. Wanting to perform so much for his team.
Rosenthal's shot, stick to side by Pavic. Comes to Schlee. Tried to drag it around Zadakis. Gets it back. Centering pass. Caulfield puts it down to his stick, but that bouncing puck, he couldn't get a shot off.
Also just the active sticks from Providence. Puck went to a Benet player again, and they were able to knock it away.
Zadakis knocks this one down. He'll gladly take an icing as Benet was starting to press there. So with 1:34 left in the second period, offensive zone draw coming for Benet.
Yeah, interesting if Benet has a face-off play they can go to, like how Providence keep running that same play over and over again. See if Benet can try to get a quick one here. Whether it's, trying to go forward, looking to the guy in the back door, or even the same play that Providence has. So just a quick hitter that Benet can have to get them right back in this game before the third period.
Tied up, Schlee battling, trying to pry it loose. He just took a shoulder to the head. Travis Breyer really laid into Schlee there. Now Caulfield pinching in, trying to keep this rush alive. Falls to Schlee. Schlee looking for a deflection. That might have been knocked down by the face of Breyer. Now being pulled down to the ice. That's going to be a penalty. Good call. And that's the fourth. That's going to be the fourth penalty of the game against Vinny Felice. He cannot stay out of the penalty box tonight.
I believe that will be it for the game for him if that is his fourth penalty.
That's my understanding of the rule as well. So we'll see if that all gets sorted out. And that is, like I said, Andrew, my understanding of the rule.
Yeah, we see the ref giving some hand motions to the scorekeeper. But either way, with 1:06, Bennett's going to head back to the power play.
So 1 minute remaining here in the second period. Benet, if they want to get back in this game, another prime opportunity. A minute, they'll have at least a minute of power play here on this side of the period. Here's a shot, easily fought off by Pavic. Now side of that puck right in front, trying to stuff it home. A huge hit to the head. That could have been another penalty, as it looked like Leo Christensen got pretty much punched in the face as he was trying to put the puck home.
Yeah, and right before that, a huge save going post to post by Pavic. I don't think he even saw the puck coming.
25
It originally came from under the net.
25 to go. Hollowek now skating, quickly getting back to cut the angle off as Burris. Hollowek again sandwich. 15 seconds left in the period. Below the goal line, sharp angle. Got nothing to do there. Pacheco around the other side, gets it up top to Cicola, and swiped away by Ducups. 2 seconds, one last shot, deflects in front, won't go, and after 2 periods, a 3-0 lead. Providence in full control of this game.
Yeah, and also, fortunately, their penalty kill has been up to anything that Benet has thrown at them, as they've been caught in the penalty box a little bit here today, but the pressure from Providence has really put the Benet Red Wings on their heels so far in this one.
So don't go anywhere. We got Wes heading down. We're going to get some shooters down the ice. This is going to be a familiar look here with the shoot the puck.
They'll shoot for a chance to win Blackhawks tickets. How you doing, Tommy? All right, Tommy Hawks in the house. Let's go. Let's see if they can win some Blackhawks tickets. Just left. Almost on target. Come on, guys. Make some noise. Participant. Make some noise. And
Welcome back live here to Arctic Ice Arena for the first of the high school rivalry series presented by the Chicago Blackhawks. Got Wes Anderson down on ice level, Andrew Rubin to my right. I am Max Anderson. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's a 3-0 Providence lead as we enter the third period. And for more on how they're going to look to bring this one home in the third on home ice, we'll send it down to ice level. Wes Anderson standing by with Providence head coach Nick Ichancio. Wes.
Thanks, Max. Coach, you're 7-0 when taking a lead into the third period. What's been working for you guys in the third?
I think we've done a good job getting some pressure, getting pucks deep, but we're going to have to stay in the penalty box, obviously, in the third. But we need to be consistent. We need to have, instead of having two good shifts and one off, we need to kind of keep it going and stay consistent. But I think if we can keep some good pressure, I think Drew will hold us in on the back end.
You talk about the penalties. Guys are 6 for 6 on the PK. What's been working?
I think we've been aggressive when we had to. We found those kind of 50-50 pucks. We've gotten to those and we've been able to clear those.
Good luck in the third, Coach. Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Wes, and applauding his effort on his penalty kill. And Andrew, you know as well as anybody, that's what the penalty kill is all about. How much effort are you willing to get? We saw guys sprawling to block pucks from the point. It's all about effort on the PK.
Yeah, it's all about the heart, all about nothing about talent, just what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to do whatever it takes in order to win?
So speaking of which, it'll be the first 54 seconds of this third period for Providence on the penalty kill. The result of the holding call against Vinny Felice, and according to the scorekeeper, that's only his third penalty. We thought we had it as his fourth of the game. Something to keep an eye on. So for now, Vinny Felice has not been kicked out of this game. Now another shorthanded opportunity. Here comes Burris. Schlee does just enough to disrupt his timing. And now to Wilkins will lead the rush for the Red Wings. He cut off. You see the speed of Burris able to catch up and cut off the ankle of DeWilkins. Now Hoover skates into the high slot, shoots! And a snatch of the left wrist of Andrew Pavich. Keeps it scoreless on the Benet side.
Real big save there from Pavich. First shot of this third period after the intermission. He's able to stay dialed in this entire game as we're going to get a great look here at just a flick of the left wrist as he's able to snatch that puck. And, of course, no rebound, too. Very important on the penalty kill.
16:24 left in the third, 18 on the power play for Benet. That's cleared quickly by Ducups. So Bennett's going to try to hustle and get one more power play opportunity if they can. A little bit slow to get back to the puck here, Schlee. Hudson Schlee pestered the entire way by Bruno Hansel. Hands off to Rosenthal along the left wing. Rosenthal cut off as he entered behind the zone. Finn Harris cut him off, but Pacheco able to recover for the Red Wings. Back to full strength is Providence. So another successful penalty kill for the Celtics. Now 7 of 7 for the game. Now 2-on-1, maybe even a 3-on-1. Waiting for it was Hansel. The puck just rolls off the stick of Joe Ramos. Backdoor chance. Here's a shot deflected off the shin boards of DeWilkins. Finn Harris had a lot of space there. Tried to make it a 4-0 Providence lead, but 15:34 left in the third, still 3-0.
Yeah, a couple fortunate bounces there for Benet. The puck just rolling off of Joe Ramos' stick on that original rush. And that puck comes back to Finn Harris and gets a shot. It just gets blocked, and we see the net gets knocked off there as that's what led to our whistle. Faceoff should remain inside as it was knocked off by Benet.
Offensive zone draw coming here for Providence. Clean win on the draw by Drake Thomas. Trying to get back to the point, couldn't get it settled. Bounces out to center ice where it's collected by Nick Mastro. Mastro fires the puck in. Rosenthal plays around to Heller. See 3-0 lead, and you still have 3 Providence Celtics pressuring on this forecheck. They are not waiting back at all.
If it isn't broke, don't fix it for Coach Nick Ichancio.
Here's Christensen trying a centering pass, but couldn't get it onto the stick of DeCosola. DeCosola's cut off. He's battling side of the net. O'Neal trying to get a shot off. He can't. You can see the Benet defenseman being very aggressive, trying to get something started. That's going to be icing with 14:44 left here in the third. Offensive zone draw coming for Benet.
That's a great pickup, Max. We saw the Benet defenseman go all the way down to the hash marks, pinching in there. Look to see that more from this Benet team. Being down 3 goals, they got to look to generate some offense in fast order. If you get 1 goal here, you can really put some fear into Providence, especially early on in the third period. But if you're Benet, you have to get that first goal this period to give yourself a chance.
Face-off tied up. It's going to be Zadakis that tries to spin it around the boards and out. Not able to. Kept in by O'Neill for a moment. Now coming the other way is Carson Burris. Burris could see the speed on 14 in black for the Celtics. That's going to be a penalty.
I think it happened earlier. He got tripped up by the Benet defenseman.
So Providence already up 3-0. They're going to head to the power play with a chance to extend that lead.
We saw it right there. Benet defenseman just caught. As we see him pinching in there again, just the risk that you take of if you pinch. Those guys can get behind you real quickly for an odd man rush, and that's going to result in Providence heading to the power play again. Both teams having really good penalty kills so far.
So Providence with a chance to really bury this game with 14:25 left in the third. The man advantage. Nico Felice misses Zadakis. That goes all the way back down ice. Pavic has to play it. Nope, he'll leave it for Zadakis.
Just the way it's been going for both teams on the power play. Just can't really get everything into sort, can't get organized, miss passes, bouncing pucks. Just things that are power play killers.
Caulfield trying to play it up off the board. Schlee trying to help him out. He can't. Here's Felice. Rink wide shot. Blocker to side off the shot of Hansel. Back to Breyer. He shoots. Rebound right out in front. Felice tries to stuff it home. Goals off its posts. So we're going to face off draw with 13:40 left in the period. A little bit of extracurriculars after the play. Looks like no harm, no foul.
Good job by Providence there as they get this puck move from D to D. Then we see the shot get in on Janis. First we see the blocker save from Janis. And then we see that rebound chance here for Providence doing a really good job about swarming all three sides of Janis, looking for any sort of rebound. And Janis made a great second save there as well in order to keep this game at 3-0.
13:40 left in the third. Providence wins the power play draw, but the effort from Rosenthal forces the puck out of the zone. Now Rosenthal shorthanded. He's cut off, but he's able to at least waste a little bit more time here on this penalty kill. 55 to go, man advantage for Providence. Stretch pass, can't quite get it to Hansel. Here's Schwartz. Schwartz building up speed through the neutral zone. He'll carry to the offensive zone, drops to Ramos, whose shot goes right into the B. Right in the middle of the chest of Will Janis.
We see a big adjustment there from Benet. Before they were dropping back on these drop passes, we see the other Benet defenseman really step up and force that Providence player to take a shot, and we see Janis very calmly lets that puck hit his chest and sucks it up for no rebound.
32 seconds remaining on the power play for Providence. Harris going to try to win a draw. He will. Shot right off the draw. Ramos. Janis thought about playing it there for a second. Quickly thought better of it. Dropped his glove on it.
Numerous times here. Not the same play we've seen Providence been running, but getting just real quick shots off of faceoffs. Those are really tough for a goaltender to read as you got all sorts of bodies flying everywhere off of faceoffs. Hard to pick up the puck.
Linesman must be early for his dinner reservation. It takes about 20 seconds to drop the puck there. Finally drops it.
Not sure if he was trying to give some orders or just trying to see if the players will wait out with him.
DeCasola's shot was wide of the net, but easily gloved by Pavic. And Andrew, I can think of maybe one or two really good saves from Pavic tonight, but for the most part really hasn't been challenged that much in net for Providence.
Yeah, I think that really speaks to the Providence. Again, we talk about their forecheck, but just the overall pressure that they're putting on these Benet players. Benet almost has no time to make plays, and that's making it real easy on the back end for Pavic. But as you mentioned, he's made a few big-time saves that's kept Benet at 0 goals and really put his team in a great position so far into this game.
Face-off won by Providence. 10 seconds left on their man advantage as Brendan O'Neill gets set to come out of the box for Benet. Breyer has to play it at center ice. He'll just drop it in deep. Back to full strength are the Red Wings. Hoover trying to play it out. This little pass perpendicular off the boards to himself. Crafty play by 89 in white. He carries it all the way to the offensive zone. Goes behind the net. Centering pass comes to Wolek. Holowek. I don't know that his shot ever got all the way through. I think he got knocked down in front.
I think it was deflected by his own player. There was a real good chance that puck was going in.
Oh, that's a tripping. A bad one by John Cardwell. Bennett's going to head to the power play as he stuck his foot out as clear as day and tripped him. So he'll head to the box for 2 minutes.
Just like the periods before, we're seeing both teams taking a few penalties early on here in the third period. It's no surprise as both teams are up there in penalty minutes in terms of the CCHL. But if you're Benet, each one of these coming, you have to capitalize on one of these power plays.
Yeah, guys, something you don't want to see from the Benet side. Number 2 in white, Pacheco, gingerly getting up. He's going to stay out there for this power play, try and get another goal for his team here.
But you saw that skate of Caldwell. He really just stuck it between the legs of Pacheco in a really uncomfortable position. Good to see that he's able to stay out there. Now short-handed wraparound attempt. Vinny Felice just had the puck slide off his stick or would have made it 4-0, and the second short-handed goal of the night for Providence.
Yeah, lucky break there for Benet and Janis, just as Felice was not able to get past that post and get it into that, just threw it across the goal line.
Now Hoover trying a centering pass. Sadakis goes down to his knee, not to let that happen. To Wilkins behind the goal. Far circle Pacheco. Cross ice to Schlee. Schlee winds up off the post. Benet, if they have any designs on coming back in this game, this power play feels like a must. Schlee almost had it. Now Duke Cups wraps it around the boards and out. Minute 05 left on the power play for Providence.
That chance for Schlee was started by the pass at Pacheco going through the box of Providence. And Schlee just fired a wicked wrist that ended up paying off the crossbar.
Hoover plays up to Rosenthal. Rosenthal with some speed and space. Gets cut off by Breyer. Breyer trying to play it out along the boards. Kept in. Deflected and scored! Schlee in front off the shot from Christensen. Or was it Pacheco? Regardless, Benet gets the power play goal. All of a sudden, 3-1, 10:37 left in the third period. Benet with a chance.
Yeah, huge to get that first goal, and also on the power play as well, where Benet has struggled. I think this hit off the post, then off of Pavic and into the net.
I think it was either Schlee or Pacheco in front. Regardless, we'll see, Wes, who they end up awarding that goal to.
Andrew, that's a great pickup. Looked like hit up the post, then Pavic. You can see him scrambling back, trying to get that puck before it crossed the line. But Benet on the board with a lot of momentum here with 10 minutes left in the third.
Especially important to get the momentum in a game like this. Lots of people, you can really feed off your fans. This is a huge shift, this one being after a goal for the remainder of this game.
Finally able to cash in on the power plays. Benet, they're 0 for 7 going into that chance to make that 1 for 8. It'll be Leo Christensen who will get credit for the goal. He had the shot from the point, so it must have hit a Providence Celtic in terms of a deflection. And Pacheco gets the assist.
I think either way, Benet will take it for being that first goal on the power play after their 8th attempt. Hopefully we can get this Benet team going, or if they want to orchestrate a comeback.
Now Finn Harris tried to play it out, kept in by Rosenthal. He whiffs on a shot. Harris will just drop it deep and he'll head for a change. Now Zadakis at center ice, rifles it down ice. DeCasola back to get it for Benet. Kept in by Felice, a deflection right in front by his brother, just misses the net. DeCasola and Nico Felice getting into it. That's going to be a penalty against Felice, I think. At least one against Felice. Yeah, that's who it's going to go against. Again, looked like he almost punched square in the face, DeCasola.
I did not have good of a look as you did, Max, but something tells me this is something of retaliation, and as the way it goes in sports, usually it's the guy that responds that ends up getting the penalty.
Penalties really stacking up on the Providence side. By my count, I believe that just made double digits. See it in the corner of the screen there in the replay, top right corner.
Yeah, probably. There's a chance they could have given a penalty to both guys as well, as they both were.
Might have been holding the stick too, yeah, on the chance of on the side of DeCasola. So another huge opportunity for Benet. 9:08 left in the game, down 3-1. Hoover centering pass, alert play by Breyer to get his knee down to prevent that centering opportunity and cleared.
Yeah, great anticipation too from Breyer, being in the right position there to block. A little cross-crease pass attempted by Benet.
Rosenthal tried to play up to Pacheco, but quickly Breyer stepped in front of that and cleared once again. Here's Schlee to lead the rush for the Red Wings. He tries a quick pass up the ice to DeWilkins, but he's quickly cut off by Ducups. And once again cleared. 1:10 left on the power play for Benet.
Benet really looking for some stretch passes here on their power play. Not really going well as Providence has 3 guys drop back. They want you to make that pass where they can just pick it off or get immediate pressure. As we
No
see
sooner than I said it. Here's Pacheco. He goes around Ducups, looking for a centering pass. He gets tripped. It's going to be a 5-on-3 and gets to the back of the net. The backhanded shot by Christensen somehow found its way through the legs of Pavic, and I think Christensen just got his second goal of the game.
Something to take note of too, Benet will have a 2-minute power play again after this as the current penalty will expire and the delayed call will end up going on the board. But this is all started by Anthony Pacheco, making a nifty move around the defenseman, getting the puck to the net. And I don't even know if that went off Christensen. It might have went off Zdakis, but either way, Benet will take it. And again, a huge break as Benet will have another power play, their 10th of the game. Full 2 minutes. And sometimes it just takes that one is all you need. And all of a sudden, Benet is cooking with gas.
And Nick Ichancio talked about it before the period. They had to stay out of the box. And what do we get here in the third period? 2 power play goals for Benet to get them back in the game. All the momentum on their side. I think you're right, Andrew. They're putting up another penalty.
Guys, a little update down here. Nico Flea's got a 2 and a 10, so he's going to be sitting for the remainder of this third period. Big break for Benet as one of the top players for the Celtics won't be in the remainder of this game unless we get some OT.
And I think that's a really good call. I think I saw a straight-up punch to the face from Nico Felice on Di Casola. Obviously, frustration. You can get tied up, pushing and shoving, but he reared back and gave a good right hook.
Yeah, those are the type of things
deserving.
You just can't have happen in a game like this, especially being up 2-3 goals in the third period. You got to lock everything down, batten down all the hatches, just play solid hockey and win the game.
So it's going to be Lucas Ducup's second penalty of the game, and after scoring that goal on the delayed penalty, Benet has 2 more minutes with the man advantage. You wanted drama here in the high school rivalry series, you're getting it. Christensen rink wide to Hollowek. Hollowek around Breyer. Gets it far circle, centering pass knocked down by Ducups, but they can't clear it, or at least for the moment. That's going to be offsides against Benet. Providence wants a intentional offsides. I don't think they're going to get it.
Yeah, I believe that was not intentional offsides. I don't think the Benet player knew that puck was offsides. He was just trying to make a play. And you can't really hear the officials calling offsides currently with just how loud it is in here.
So officially, the goal goes to Anthony Pacheco. I'm not exactly sure how. I didn't see him really anywhere near that play.
He made the pass, and maybe they ruled that it went off of a Providence player.
That would make a lot of sense. Here's Hoover at the blue line. Minute 20 left on the power play. He skates wide. 7:20 in the game. Now an awkward angle. Pavic just able to keep it out and cleared by the Celtics. That ended up flying into the Benet bench. So that's going to end up back in the Providence zone for a draw. That's a big break for Benet.
Yeah, huge break. And we see the play by Hoover right now. Just throwing anything to the net in this situation. You got all the momentum on your side in a big game. You never know what's going to happen, especially if Benet can get some guys in front of Pavic right now. He's struggling a little bit with his rebounds. There might be a second, third, fourth opportunities to bury a puck and tie this game on this power play.
So Andrew, we were talking about the frustration of Anthony Pacheco earlier in the game. Well, he's got an assist and a goal on the night now, so the most important offensive cog for this Benet team has come through here in the biggest moments.
Yeah, you see exactly why he's leading this Benet team in points. He's creating all these plays, head manning the puck, nifty plays, great passes. He's really the straw that stirs the drink for Benet.
For him, that gives him 20 points now on the CCHL season, up among the league leaders. Pacheco with a good pass to Rosenthal. He skates into the high slot. Puck rolls off his stick. Loses his edge. Now DeWilkins in the corner. He gives to Rosenthal his shot. And Pavic couldn't glove it cleanly, but drops it. Squeezes it and takes a face-off draw.
Yeah, we see there's no Benet players. We see a great look right there. No Benet players in front of Pavic or in front of the net. Right now, you really got to take away his eyes, make things chaotic, but also something to take note of. We saw Janis with the long stretch pass to Pacheco. No fear from him, especially what happened earlier. Gain a shorthanded goal for Providence off one of those plays.
Rosenthal off the draw. Pavic will take another whistle. Chicago Blackhawks High School Rivalry Series continues all winter long, featuring some of the fiercest matchups in Illinois high school hockey. Don't miss out on the action. See game dates, times, and details. Head over to blackhawks.com/youthhockey. 6:28 left in the third period. Benet with another 22 seconds on the power play. Pacheco not quite able to reach that puck as it goes all the way behind his own net. See the hustle of Carson Burris putting pressure, forces a turnover. Shot from Zadakis just over the crossbar. Now Hoover plays a two-man game with DeWilkins. Last 5 seconds of the power play. Now Providence back to full strength. Here's Rosenthal in the high slot. His shot just wide. And Andrew, no sooner than I said it, you see Hoover battling for space in front of the net, trying to create some havoc in front of the net of Pavic.
Yeah, unfortunately that puck just missed the net. But when you got two guys tangled up like that, very hard for the goalie to see.
Here's Hoover, drags around one man. Centering pass to Schlee. He couldn't get a shot off. Now Schlee has his stick whacked out of his hands. A clear as day slashing, no call.
Big break there for Providence as we saw Hoover again bringing that puck around the net, just throwing it right to the net. Look for that to happen more and more as this game goes on.
I don't know how the referee missed it. It was right in front of him. A huge break for Providence as Benet probably should be back on the power play.
Yeah, and if you're Providence and Coach Nick Ichanti, I'm sure he's telling them we have to stay out of the penalty box. The only 2 goals that Benet has scored are on the power play. For these final 5 minutes, you cannot commit a penalty unless it's absolutely necessary by Providence.
Andrew, if there's one thing I know, is if it's a head coach is saying it to us as clear as day on a broadcast, you know it was said with maybe some more colorful language in the locker room.
Absolutely.
A big slap shot from Muraskis gets deflected up into the netting. It's going to be an offensive zone draw coming for Providence with 5:11 left in the period.
Yeah, Providence had that shorthanded chance on the last Benet power play, and right there, a big shot from Muraskis. Other than that, Will Janis has been pretty clean here in the third period, not really seeing a whole lot of opportunities, which very difficult at times for a goaltender to stay locked into the game when they're not really seeing many shots.
Here's Heller. Regardless what happens here, Andrew is now beside the net for a young Benet team, down 3-0 on the road in Providence's barn against a seasoned, experienced Celtics team. Just the comeback at this point with 4:45 left in the third period. Huge growing moment here for Benet.
Yeah, they've really done well after facing adversity, especially after recouping, recalibrating during that intermission. They've done a really good job this third period of really controlling this. They've had a little bit of help with the power plays as well. But for young kids, that's just more important for building more and more confidence, which they will just gain throughout the year.
Shot off the draw. That would have been offsides. It played by the Celtics, so they let it go. That pass just misses the stick of Hollowek. O'Neal trying to get past Zadakis. And we get a whistle for a hand pass against Benet, so we'll come back out into the neutral zone with 4:31 to go.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit of a takedown there from O'Neal of the Providence defender. By the way, it looks like they're going to call the hand pass, and the faceoff's going to come outside.
Zadakis flips it out of the zone. Now turning it over is Cade Rosenthal. Janis, a couple of shaky moments tonight. Certainly not his best night, but he's keeping his team in the game here, trailing by just a goal late in the third period. A couple rocky moments, but it's important. Even in rocky moments for a veteran leader like Janis, stay solid, keep your team in the game. That's what he's done.
Yeah, they've been really good this third period, as mentioned. After that third goal, he's really locked in, helped his team out a lot. And we see he's still playing the puck, doing everything that you'd expect out of a leader of a goalie.
Off the draw, Hansel's shot just misses the net. First time we've really seen Providence with any kind of possession to our left here in the last 10 minutes or so. Centering pass, nobody home for the Celtics. 4 minutes to go here in the third period as Tom Dukups paces back to get it, can't get it out. Wilkins keeps it in far side. Shot from Rosenthal, and alertly not going down to the butterfly too early. Pavic stays standing up, makes the save.
Yeah, whole reason Pavic had to make a save there. Real tough play from Providence from under the Benet goal line, just blindly throwing the puck through the middle of the ice and all the way back into their own zone. That's not what you want to see. Up 1 goal with 3 minutes to go in the third period. You want to keep that puck under the Benet goal line if possible. And you don't want to give Benet any sort of easy out to their zone, especially the way they've been able to pressure Benet in their own zone so far this game.
Face-off draw to the right of Pavic, won by the Celtics. Maraskis spins it all the way around and out of the zone. Bennett still had a guy in the zone, so it would have been offsides. They had to retreat. Gives the Celtics plenty of time to reset. Here's Maraskis. 3:30 to go here in the third period. Comes free to Christensen. Christensen with space, shoots. Block shot by Benny Schwartz.
Big time block there from Benny Schwartz. Late in the third period, willing to put his body on the line.
Fortunate bounce here as the puck falls to Drake Thomas. He's got Felice coming up the slot just past his stick. Now Felice back to the point of Schwartz. Can't get any more than that. Hoover recovers for Bennett. Here's Christensen. He's got Rosenthal coming into the play late. Cups takes it away from Rosenthal. Keeping it in is his brother Cade. Deflected just over the crossbar. Now side of the net. Sharp angle. Foul shot. Deflects. Still loose in front of the net. Finally we get a whistle with 2:41 left in the third.
Real good chances there from Bennett. Great job from Pavic going post to post, back and forth, following. That puck bouncing all over the place. He's able to just hold his ground. As we see after the first save, having to make second, third, even a fourth save after the puck deflects after his own defender. And then he's able to freeze the puck there to end the threat for Bennett. But again, if you're Bennett, this has to be the recipe for you the rest of the game. Get guys in front of Pavic and get the puck there as much as possible. You see the way the puck's bouncing, you never know what's going to happen.
Big face-off draw here with Rosenthal and Harris. Blocked at the face-off dot. 2:41 to go in the third. Tie up, eventually Harris able to swipe it back to himself. Rosenthal at the near point, pinches in. Schlee deflected in front by DeWilkins, just missed the net. Now Rosenthal trying a centering pass. Can't get it past the man and finally cleared. Looks like icing his wave will play on. We'll keep an eye on the net of Janis. See if Bennett gets a sixth attacker on at some point. Cade Rosenthal in the corner. Schlee whips it around the boards, but just kept in by Ducups.
Excellent job from Providence here, holding the puck in the Bennett zone, not allowing them to even get the goaltender off the ice.
2 minutes remaining. Here comes Schlee. Schlee's shot had a rebound chance. O'Neill just a step behind. Now Felice in the corner, DeWilkins side of the net. Ducups comes to erase the damage. Centering pass, couldn't get it to DeWilkins. That'll be cleared by Providence. And that puck on edge will just get far enough for an icing. Remember, Bennett already used their timeout tonight. You would think this might be a situation where they normally would. They no longer have it. Minute 36 left in the third period. Looks like for now, nope, here comes Janis. Janis is going to get pulled for this faceoff draw.
That's a fantastic pickup by UMass. Remember, Bennett already taking their timeout. As we see right now, we see Pacheco onto the ice, Quinlan, Heller, Hoover. You wonder if these guys are going to be able to stay out there for the last minute 36. Again, Bennett does not have the timeout to rest them.
6 attackers for Bennett. Finally, it's Zadakis who's able to take the icing with a minute 28 left.
Now with the extra man out there, you have to feel Bennett's even going to throw even more pucks to the net. It's just the guys in front of the net's job to take away Pavic's eyes, get some sort of stick on it. And it's going to probably be very chaotic nonstop in front of that Providence net. You have to feel that's what they're doing. That's what's been the success so far for them. But it all starts with this huge face-off right here.
1:27 to go. Big face-off. Holwick's able to tie up enough to have O'Neill come in to help. Heller backdoor just getting enough of a stick on it. It was Aiden Castleton. Now Hoover top of the far circle. He shoots, looking traffic in front. Good save by Pavic. Here's Hoover's shot, and hits the left thigh of Aiden Castleton. So we'll stay in the Providence zone for this draw with a minute 10 to go.
Good look from Pacheco to Hoover there. Hoover almost one-timing that puck as well, wasting no time with it. And then a great block shot. I did not see which Providence defender that was that got that block, but again, that's what they're talking about. All about the heart here for Providence. Are you willing to block shots? Are you willing to take a hit to make a play?
So interesting here, Providence opts to take the timeout. I didn't catch which line was on the ice for Benet before, but on the Providence side, they must want a little bit of a break for their top killers here for the last minute 10.
I think this goes back to right off the opening faceoff when Coach Achancio started his first line, having the choice to do it, and then Coach Grisbeck having the choice of countering as well. Coach Achancio really wanted his top line out there. He believes in them so much that he wants them rested here to have the shot to give them a chance to win the game.
.110 to go. Make sure you stay tuned after the game. Wessel flag down the winning coach. Certainly maybe get some thoughts from a player as well here on this big night at Arctic Ice Arena. And it was a bit of a slow game there through the second period. Providence was in firm control for most of it. But here in the third period, 2 power play goals from Benet has electrified this stadium. And now Benet, with a minute 10 left, trying to find that third goal.
Yeah, we see Rosenthal line up to take this face off. For Benet, we'll see who counters for Providence, but I'm sure both coaches told them everything matters on this face-off. If you're Benet, you can hold possession of the zone, and if you're Providence, you can clear this puck, possibly even get an empty net goal right off of this face-off.
So Felice and Rosenthal at the face-off dot. Tied up, comes to Schlee in the slot, his shot blocked. A huge shot in front by Pacheco. Another shot from Rosenthal, just misses the net. Here's Pacheco. Here 1 minute. Hoover's shot blocked in front by Felice. Gets the puck on to DeWilkins. Now Heller and DeWilkins. Finally able to pry it loose. It's not going to make it in on net. Hoover hustles back to get it for Benet with 40 seconds to go. Here's Rosenthal. Skates wide past Felice. He's going to drop it past Breyer. Breyer backhands it. Can't get it all the way out of the zone. DeWilkins keeps it in. Pacheco far half wall trying to get it to Rosenthal. He had his stick tied up. Heller wasn't expecting it. 20 seconds to go. Here's DeWilkins. DeWilkins has his hands pulled on by a stick. Hoover checks a man. 10 seconds to go. Rosenthal, he'll whip a shot. Deflected just wide of the net. Off the wrist of Felice, 5 seconds, centering pass. Felice whips it off the boards, clears it, and with that, the Providence Catholic Celtics are going to win Game 1 of the high school rivalry series, 3-2.
Really good last minute of play there from Providence, blocking shots, clearing pucks, did exactly what it needed to win that game.
Epic atmosphere here at Arctic Ice Arena. You see the Celtics come flooding off the bench. Hugs, handshakes all around. And a big 2 points here for the Providence Catholic Celtics. They'll move to 8-4-1 in CCHL play, where Benet will fall to 5-4-1.
As both teams go to shake hands here, just a great game played by both teams. Benet never quitting at any point in time. And Providence really dominating this game for the first 2 periods. Had a little bit of hiccups there in the third period, but did what it needed to be done in that final minute. But got big saves from their goalie as well, Andrew Pavich, who stood tall in that final minute, making countless important saves. And that's what leads Providence to come out on top 3-2 here.
3-2 the victory. Wes Anderson has flagged down Andrew Pavich here, and we're going to get some thoughts from Pavich here after the game. He's going to take a second here to get rid of some of his equipment. Don't blame him. Not surprised Wes found the game-winning goaltender, Andrew Pavich, for Providence Catholic. Take it away, Wes.
we're facing up here. Take me through your mind after that second goal goes in. You know, you need to lock it down. Just what's going on through your head?
Well, I mean, I had confidence in my team. I knew they'd be able to get it out, block the shots, and make the pucks easy for me to see, and that's exactly what they did.
Just tell me about the confidence you're allowed to play with a team like this, putting up over 3 goals a game in the CCHL.
It's awesome. It's really great, especially having our defense in front of me. It's incredible, and it makes my job a lot easier.
I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more of you down the road. Good game today.
Thank you, Wes. One more time, this time with Bruno Hansel.
Not often do you get a shorthanded goal as a game winner. Just take me through your thoughts on that PK.
Yeah, we were just trying to get some momentum, just killing penalties. That's kind of been our story all year, especially last year with most penalty minutes in the league. That's definitely something we worked on off season.
Just take me through what this means and how you guys are going to build on a win like this going forward.
Well, we're kind of tired of winning one game, losing another, so we're hoping to build off this, kind of build up a little streak here. I think we finally found our spark, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Congratulations. Go enjoy it with your team.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Wes. All night long down on the ice. Oh, we're going to get Nick Ichancio here for a minute. Go ahead, Wes.
Thanks, Coach. Coach, you guys are up 3 going into that third period. You give up 2. Just take me through what's going on the bench when that happens.
A lot of nervousness. And like I said before, we got to stay out of the box. We didn't. They capitalized. They kept putting pressure on us, and really we just were scrambling at the end. But I'll give our kids credit. They were tired. They're banged up, and they gutted it out to the end there. So
where do you see this team can go? What's the ceiling for this team after pulling out a gutsy one like this?
I mean, we're here to win the Kennedy Cup, and that's where we're slowly climbing. We've got to eliminate some of those big mistakes, but there's no reason we can't be in the finals this year.
Sounds good, Coach. Thanks. Congratulations. Guys, back up to you.
Wes, thank you all night long. Great work down on ice level. We appreciate it. And your final thoughts?
Yep, as Coach Ichancio said, just needs to see a little bit more consistency out of his team, but his team's building. That's what's really important. A win like this in front of a huge crowd just really helps your team, really gets the confidence going as well to take you through the rest of the season.
So that will do it for us here from Arctic Ice Arena. Big thank you to the entire crew here at Arctic Ice Arena. Joe Caprio from the Chicago Blackhawks, the organizer here of this high school rivalry series. Big thank you to him. Of course, our great crew, Sam Thiem on camera, did a great job all night tonight. Jimmy the Wiz Olsen always on the graphics, replays, and all the rest of the technical work. Great job. Wes Anderson down on ice level. Andrew Rubin to my right. I am Max Anderson. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Come right back here tomorrow night. St. Ignatius, Fenwick, another great rivalry matchup right here on the CCHL Network. Once again, your final, Providence Catholic 3, Benet 2. Thank you for joining us. Have a fantastic evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.